since I like music, we can combine those two. And I thought, what would happen if you set like all of the education we have to music, we'd probably be geniuses and make lots of money and be able to retire very young, because it would stick. Even if you could download it illegally online, at least it would stick, the learning. And so I thought, what if I took some popular musicians that the students may or may not know, because I don't know popular music, and let's see what would happen if we combine them. So we read Lord of the Rings. You all know Lord of the Rings? If you don't know Lord of the Rings, you're probably not from America. Wait a minute, that's not an American book. I know, but you've seen the films, and you're all waiting for the Hobbits. Some of you are waiting for the Hobbit. And you're laughing at the joke that the Mayans were counting down to the release of the Hobbit. That's good, I like that. Someone was thinking there, yeah? So I thought, we just finished reading The Fellowship of the Ring, which is the first book in Brit Lit. And it's a very long book, but a good one. So I thought I needed a very long song, but a good one, to be able to adequately summarize the entire text. And so we ran with Don McLean, because he's got some long songs. They're pretty good. This one's not nearly as long as Don's original version of American Pie, but this is Middle Earth Pie. So if you were in Middle Earth, this would be what they would serve after dinner. After the second dinner, of course, right. So you're going to forgive me, I'm going to have to lean on my words here, because I don't sing this one very frequently, about once a year, and that's about it. So we probably pull some out of the vault, though. A long, long time ago, I can still remember how the Shire used to make me smile. Obviously, Samwise is singing, just so you know. Samwise. And I knew if I had my chance, I could make dear Rosie dance, and maybe we'd be happy for a while. But one September made me tremble, when all the guests had been assembled. Bilbo's fated birthday, he disappeared and ran away. I can't remember if I cried when I heard about this ring to hide, but something touched me deep inside the day we left the Shire. So bye-bye, Mr. Frodo, goodbye. Grab the boat, set it afloat, and try to escape in style. Them good old elves were giving gifts all the time, singing, now you hold the fate of our lives. Now you hold the fate of all lives. Did you meet the farmer who gave us a ride and lots of mushrooms too? On the way to the ferry, Farmer Maggots, do you think that we would have died if Bombadil had not arrived and saved us from that old man Willow? Tom Bombadil, well, in Bree we met that shady man, with Gandalf praised him in his own hand. Bill Ferny felt the wrath of my well-aimed apple casts, and we nearly lost you on Weathertop. And Aragorn would not give up till on Rivendell finally stopped the day, and you almost died. Oh, Frodo, come on, we're singing. Bye-bye, Mr. Frodo, goodbye. Grab the boat, set it afloat, and try to escape in style. And good old elves were giving gifts all the time, singing, now you hold the fate of all lives. Now you hold the fate of all lives. Woo! Only like halfway through the book, if we're lucky. So I'm halfway through the song. 1/8 through Don McLean's version. How we tried to get to the mountain pass, but we had to give it up at last, for the scroll has grown far too deep. So we went to find that hidden door, but couldn't think of the password till the Watcher swept Frodo off his feet. What a great dancer. And oh, and when we found dear Balin's tomb, the orcs, they broke into the room. The morning was adjourned, for a Balrog had returned. And while all of us ran on ahead, Gandalf fought that Balrog on the bridge, and we sang dirges in the end. The day that Gandalf died, well, sorta, not really. We're singing bye bye, Mr. Frodo, goodbye. Grab that boat, set it afloat, and try to escape in style. Them good old elves were giving gifts all the time, saying, now you hold the fate of our lives. Now you hold the fate of our lives. I met an elf who probed our minds. Galadriel, not Leonard Nimoy. Sorry, two of you got that. And offered her the ring in time, but she refused to take the bait. We went down to those elven shores and collected lambast gifts and more. And the dwarf there said that parting was such pain. And on the river we were followed by orcs and wraiths and even Gollum. Okay, and the Argonath gave warning, decisions made by morning. And the one man that we called Boromir, he tried to get that ring so dear, but you cut out, you disappeared the day the fellowship died. So we started singing bye bye, Mr. Frodo, goodbye. Grab that boat, set it afloat, and now we'll escape in style. Them good old elves were giving gifts all the time, singing, now you hold the fate of our lives.